Hi, this is my new improved solution to Paul McWhorter's Pico W class number 22, which is displaying the temperature and humidity from the DHT11 sensor and displaying it on the LCD 1602, and also using a button to toggle between centigrade to Fahrenheit to Kelvin. I previously did this in a big hurry before he'd actually, just from the description of the lesson, before he'd done it, because I was going on holiday. So my previous one was done about 6 weeks ago, but there were a couple of things I didn't like about it, like when the program ended, I couldn't get it to clear the screen of the little LCD. It just kind of left the stuff on there, and I thought that is a bit naff. And also I had done it without the degree symbol, because you can get it to display if you're doing it in the shell, but you can't do it on the LCD without jumping through a lot of hoops. So I thought I would just kind of amend that. Right, I'm using, I don't know what other people are using, I'm using machine underscore I2C underscore LCD, and from that I'm importing I2C LCD. I can't remember where I got it and got the idea from it, and I can't actually remember whether I had to import it or not. But if we have a look at this, or no, maybe before we do that, if we go into the shell and we go copy that, paste that, then if we go dir I2C, kind of see what's going on there. Oh, just move my camera. It's got all sorts of wonderful things. So if you look at yes, don't understand what HAL is, LCD clear, that's home, entry mode. Yeah, it all looks pretty good. But then when you get down here, display off, I thought, that might be useful, and high and backlight off. I thought that could well be better to try and clear the screen than to try and use clear, because that didn't seem to want to work. And as we come down here, apart from put char, put string, custom char, I thought that is what I need to do the little degree sign. So now I'm armed with that information. I've imported, if it's on my Pico, I will just show you. Open Raspberry Pi Pico. In the lib we have machine I2C LCD, and we've also got that, but I've already loaded them on, so here we'll have a look. Close that to give us a bit more of an idea, and it's all quite difficult to understand, but you don't need to, because it's a class. You just want to see what the jolly old functions, no, they aren't functions, they're whatever you call them when it's in class, I've forgotten the name. So nothing actually is very helpful with that at all, but you have to see from LCD API, import that, and then that class is built on the LCD API. So if we look at this and go up to the top, this is a lot more readable. You've got all these things, and it actually is giving you doc strings so you can understand what it's doing. All those variables, no, they aren't variables, constants, and then you've got init, clear, show cursor, not interested in any of that. display off. Right, all you have to do is go display off, open close brackets, and hopefully it'll turn it off. I will bear that in mind. And then the same for backlight off, which would only, I think, be supported on some LCDs, but it seemed to work with mine. Then we go down, put char, put string, custom char. Right, custom char. Right, you've got write a character, one of the 8 CGRAM, whatever CGRAM, CGRAM locations available as 0 to 7, right, okay, so you can choose location 0 to 7, and the char map. Right, so you have to think, what is my char map? So if we go on to, no, is that it? Yes. Right, you can just Google, and I found an LCD custom character generator, and it's for Arduino, but that doesn't really matter, and you can choose to have it in binary or hex. I chose hex because I thought that would be easier, and then it shows you the characters, because of 2, 4, 6, 8, 2, 4, 6, 8, you've got 8 lines, and I was just going to copy and paste those and put them in my program. But first I wanted to design a nice little degree symbol. So I thought, if I click there, 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 it has given you the byte map thingy for those. So all you have to do is copy and paste that and stick it in your program. Right, we will go back to where we were. So back to my program. This program just imports all the normal stuff. I'm using the button to toggle, the sensor, just setting up the LCD for whatever. I don't know where I got those from. It was about a year ago that I wrote that, so I have no idea why I put it. Those defaults in. No, they aren't defaults, to overwrite the defaults. Right, first of all, I just say the name of the program, temp hubit. Wonderful. Leave it on there for 2 seconds and clear. Then I'm just reading the temperature, and I'm starting by displaying in centigrade. Then when I press a button, it'll go to Fahrenheit and Kelvin. This is the interesting part. Well, I found it interesting. I've taken the values from that byte array in this program, and I've just put it in byte array, and I've just gone degree char equals byte array. And then I'm using this custom char method. Yes, method, that's what it is, not function, for that. And I'm using 3 because it's a 3 degrees, obviously. And then I'm putting in the byte array. I don't know whether you can do it with binary or decimal, but I struck lucky with hexadecimal, so I did that. So that is just meaning, so when you go CHR3 like you do there, it's defined it as being that. So hopefully it works. So my scale, I've just put degrees C, degrees F, and no degrees for Kelvin because it's a different thing. It isn't a degree of Kelvin. And then it's all very simple. So my program is how it was. I only display when something changes or when the button has been pressed. So here goes. I will run it. And camera would help, wouldn't it? Hello, camera. Right. can I get that? I didn't I'll stop it again because I wasn't pointing at the camera. Right, I'll run it again. Temp humidity. Yep. Then it's temp 24, humidity 44. Can I change it? Yes, I can. And then the button. Oh, the main thing, degree symbol. That looks a very nice degree symbol, doesn't it? Which was the main point of this exercise. Then if I press it again, the button. Oh, pressed it too far. Kelvin, centigrade, Fahrenheit. So you get the degree symbol on the F and on the K, but not on the other. Now, that is all fine and dandy. I just wanted to say something about Paul's lesson number 24. I didn't buy the Kepler kit because I looked at it, well, I gave it away. I bought it and I gave it away to someone else whose need was greater than mine. But therefore I don't have the LiPo battery, and I don't have the little thing. I've got thing to plug it in, and I don't have the battery holder. But even if I did, I don't think I'd use it, and this is why. If you are using the I'll press Control C to get out of that. Right, that's better. My program is not running anymore. And incidentally, it cleared the display. I don't like having to change my breadboard setup if I was using a battery as opposed to the USB power, and I don't like having to change the pot on the LCD because it's only getting 3.3 or 3.7 volts in. So, and of course, when you're charging it, you have to then deal with having 5 volts coming in because it's coming in directly from the USB. So I didn't like that. So I looked around and I have got this. Maybe I'll move that way. Oh, everything's going horribly wrong. Stand up. So this is my light ring. Right, this is my battery bank. Now, it can be charged with American, or somewhere over here I've got this little thing that slips on, so it's French. I've got an English one as well, but I don't know where it is because I'm in France. And it's got 2 outputs, one for your tablet, one for your phone. I've used the one for the phone, and it means that I can either have it just supplying power through the USB, which means it's giving everything 5 volts, nothing's changed. I don't have to move the thing from the LCD from, I don't know, Paul had to move his by 1, so he was only getting 3.3. So you get around all those problems, and I can actually have it plugged in there in the wall for when I'm using it. So now all I have to do to test this out is I will go into this, I will go File, Save As, main.py. Right, saving. That all looks good. Now, in order to try this out, I'm leaving that lead plugged into my Pico. I will take it out for where it's plugged in indirectly to my computer. I will plug it into the mobile phone one. There, proof, it's plugged in there. and it started running. And if you notice, it's the same brightness that it was before, so you've got none of these stupid problems of the having to do the potentiometer. The only thing I can't do is, as I'm not connected to the computer, of course Control C doesn't work. Shut up, go away. Control C doesn't work, so if I press stop, it actually keeps the display on. I could change that. I could have done it that if I wanted to dim down the display to turn it off, I could have had another button and just said LCD display off, LCD backlight off when I press the button. But I thought, if you're there to press a button, you may as well just unplug the damn thing. So you unplug it. Hurrah! It's off. Right, those are my thoughts on perhaps why using the little LiPo battery isn't such a good idea, and just to use a battery bank is.